Okay, friends, we are back with our sixth and final video of me explaining the steps that you need to follow to get your high schooler moved out of the high school and over to the community college. We so far have done all of the planning steps with the exception of number 8, creating a transcript. I'm going to show you the transcript that I created. It's really simple, but I want to talk a little bit more about the building the course list and plan. So after we apply, this is our course list, right? We've got some color coding here, right? But even if you wrote this in um, in in a notebook or however you did it, you just want to know these are the classes that we need. This mapping exercise is for you so you know how to make your homeschool transcript because your child is university bound and you need to show that these classes were dual credit, that the high school credits is what needs to show on your homeschool transcript. But now you know exactly what classes they need to take at the university to fulfill the requirements. Okay, so so you're going to print this list or take it with you in your notebook along with this list. So this was Lone Star Colleges. We just picked a random path of study for this exercise. But I do want to note one thing. So they break this up into their recommended um, courses per term. So a regular associate's degree takes 2 years, right? So they're assuming that you go in the fall semester and the spring semester with no summers. You could maybe do this in the summer, though 16 hours would be very aggressive as a summer program. Um, this is my one and only side note. I'll make another video with some different tips and different topics related to them being in community college and you supporting them in that journey. But I will say this in this video is that we probably want to keep these hours, these credits, the per semester to no more than 14. So just because they're only going to school 2 or 3 days, they're going to have work to do on the off days. There's going to be a lot more reading that they're responsible for doing, and we don't want to overwhelm them. We want this to be a positive experience. And so the first semester, 12 or 13, so this really is 12 hours, and you've got this physical fitness class that's either where they're just going to class and doing some exercises, or they're just doing like some fitness quizzes online. So that's not gonna be too much. But this first semester, this is very appropriate. But it jumps up to 15 and 16 hours. The sample student that we are working with was leaving the high school in the middle of 10th grade. So if you're leaving the high school in the middle of 10th grade, you really have 5 semesters to finish, right? So some of these general elective courses are not really prerequisites for any other things, so they don't have to take all this in this order. But something that you do have to be aware of is, like, for example, maybe this intro to criminal justice is a prerequisite for the course systems and practice, and this is why they have it in this order, right? Certainly English 1301 is a prerequisite for English 1302. So some of these you have to take it in order. So generally we want to follow this order and really just kind of move out stuff like government, um, that is not a prerequisite for any other thing, and move those out so that you can have a tolerable number of hours per semester. So we've got our course list and our course plan. We know what we're going to do. The plan, how we're going to kind of take these classes, it's going to change a little bit based off of what's offered and what's available each semester. But we've got a high level plan. So we're ready to create a homeschool transcript and then enroll. So one of the moms who was the catalyst for me creating this series of videos asked me, why did we need to create the homeschool transcript before we did the enrollment? And the short answer to that is that you don't, right? I have just organized these as planning steps, right? Like, you literally could wait to do this homeschool transcript all the way until the end. For me, I like to plan things. I like everything to be set how I'm, so I have all my plan together before I start doing something. It's just a personal preference, but it's not critical that this be done right after this course plan. We could go ahead and enroll, but I'm going to show you the transcript that I made. It is here. This is a Google Doc. It is nothing fancy. I've got, whatever my homeschool official transcript is. You'll create a name for your homeschool address, you, the parent, or the administrator, and then your phone number, and then the date of, every time you update this document, you update the date, right? Like you'll save a copy of it at the end of each semester so you know what it was at the end of each semester, and then you'll modify it. Your child's information here, this GPA, you have to calculate this, and it says outside of the scope of today's video, but maybe I'll make another video about this homeschool transcript business. Um, the classification and the expected graduation date. So these are random stuff I just put on here. But basically, these are the classes that my son did. Okay, so in his 11th grade year, he took each one of these classes at the community college. You notice that I've listed each class as A and B, right? Remember, we've got the English class as one credit, but there's the A side and the B side. And so since every university or college class is semester based, I made this list be these are the classes that we're taking. Okay, so walk with me. I just put the class name, the grade that he made, the credits that I assigned. Remember how we came up with the credits, and the location. Okay, so you're going to put the name of your community college. If you're going to Houston Community College, you're going to put Houston Community College. McClellan County Community College, whatever it is, you're going to put that there, right? And every class that they take um, at a community college, we're going to consider that either honors or AP, right? Because it's advanced. Um, and then I calculated the term GPA. It's really simple. There's nothing exciting here. Remember that in 10th grade that he took some classes at the high school and some at the community college. Again, you want to put the name of your high school. If this is Pearland Valley High School, you're going to put that whole thing, and then you say which ones were honors. You put the grades there, the credits. So these are the high school credits that you're assigning, and every class that they take at the college, you're going to put, that it was the dual credit. I just put DC music appreciation. You could put it afterwards. It's your transcript, so you can come up and decide how you're going to do it. And then this is the year where every single thing was at the high school, and I put all of the high school courses there. um, which ones were honors, what his grade point average was, and then the credits that came from middle school. So then this was the total number of credits he had at the end of that year. I put some commendations here because commendations are things that they put on the school transcript. And, again, a university bound student, maybe you want to put that. I put the things that, my son had done and the dates that he got those different certificate accommodations, and that's it. Like, this isn't fancy, guys. And every university that he applied to took this transcript. They accepted this transcript. He was accepted to every university that he applied to, though he only really wanted to go to the Prairie View A&M University. I made him apply to other schools, but uh, again, this is acceptable. Remember from the very first video, I showed you that the the state of Texas says this high school transcript that I created has the same value as the one that's coming from our public high school. Okay, so we make our transcript. Now I've got everything together. I'm waiting. I put my, blank classes for what we're going to do this year. And now I'm ready to enroll. I'm ready to go and start my enrollment steps. Okay, I'm going to go to applytexas.com. I'm sorry, applytexas.org. Okay, so we get to applytexas.org. We're going to click on create a free account, and then it's going to take us to this screen to create an account. You're going to type in your email, your child's email. So this is probably the place where you want your child to be involved, because they need to start, being kind of the owners of this. They're going to be in college, so this is what college students do. But you're there to support. So you're going to type in your email address that is going to be the student's email address. Click get code. You're going to get an email with a code that you'll type in the box, and then it'll allow you to keep going. You create your password, confirm, and press create. Once we get our account created and we have our email verified, it's going to take us to this welcome page. Okay, so it's telling you to complete your application. The first thing we got to do is find the right application. We got to complete some questions and then to select the school and apply to. Let's go to find the right application. Are you currently in high school? I'm going to say yes. Do you plan to apply to an undergraduate program, dual credit, or both? I want to make sure I say dual credit. Next. I'm a citizen if I am, whatever. Apply to take college courses for credit while in high school. Please contact your high school counselor to learn which institutions you're able to apply to. This is just some stuff we don't need to worry about. Let's start with our core questions. It's going to ask us a bunch of just basic demographic stuff, our address, all of our information, and it's okay. I'm not going to show all this stuff to fill out, but you can follow all this, and I'm going to pick back up when we get to the end of this in the application section. When we get to activities and achievement, we don't need to put anything. We're just going to skip through all that. These are for if you are applying to, university, they want to know, they want the essays, they want to know how many clubs you're in. This is not important for this community college exercise. So when you get to the page that asks you for your high school information, okay, I know we haven't, on our steps, we haven't unenrolled our child, but we are planning to enroll them for homeschool. So that's what we're going to say here. We're going to say, I can't find my school. You're going to put your homeschool name. I'm going to put Smith Family Homeschool. That's it. You're going to put select the country. Ask me why and then your city, and then you're going to fill out the rest of this stuff. You're going to use your expected graduation date from the date that you calculated, which is, whatever their graduation date is going to be. Okay. And you're going to fill out that. On previous high school, you want to add the high school that they are currently attending. Okay, I've gotten through all these screens and now I'm here. I'm going to pick the school that I'm going to. So if I'm going to go to Houston Community College, I'm going to search and I'm selecting Houston Community College. Okay, it's telling me all this information, what the average tuition is. It's fine. But notice it's giving us some choices here, right? So right now it's December of or January of 2025. I'm expecting to enroll my child coming up in this current semester. So this is the school I'm picking for spring 2025. If I was going to plan to start this out in the summer, I would, I guess, save this one, but this is where I'm going to go. I'm going to start my application. Okay, there's some details down here about payment. There's no application fee for community colleges, so there's really very little to do here. I'm clicking through next. We're just going to pick a major. We said we were going to look at an associates of arts, right? So the one that we were doing is an associates of arts degree. We're going to select that associates of arts. Oh, now I got to actually go through and find the one that I wanted. They've got a lot going on here, so we just pay attention and select the one. I mean, it really doesn't matter because you can change this later, but if you don't want to have to change this later, we'll try to select the right one here. Looking for an associate of arts in criminal justice. Okay, yeah, I'm not good at scrolling through these things and finding something, so I'm just going to select an Associate of Arts and undecided. Okay, there we go. Undecided. So for large community college districts like San Jacinto College, Houston Community College, Austin Community College, Lone Star College, they have many, many campuses, and they're asking you to select a home campus, right? So you, it really doesn't matter because you can take courses at any location. Um, but just pick the one, I guess, that's closest to your house. For this exercise, I'm going to pick the online. Um, your academic level is just that you're a freshman, you have no hours. Will you be taking all of your classes online? You're not sure. The rest of these are not even required. You know, they want to know some demographics about the students. So we just are going to put, like, it just doesn't matter what you put here. The school district that you currently live in is important because they're using this to verify your eligibility. So I'm going to say I live in Houston ISD because that's where I'm at. They can send me text messages. How did I hear about it? It's not important. What is my educational goal? I'm going to put what it is, right? So for this exercise, right, we're talking about a student who wants to transfer, but um, some people just want to get a certificate, or, you know, like we talked about. So you're going to put what your actual goal is. We are 15 years old, so we're not a veteran. Um, we're not a parenting student. You can put your high school GPA here. Uh, gosh, it's really hard to see I'm going to put a 3.0. Will you take all of your 4 years of high school? You answer what you think. Will you take math all 4 years of high school? Yes or no? In our case, no. Okay, we're going to skip all of these essays. There are no general essays required. Um, and we're done, right? You can download a copy of your 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 application if you want. We just scroll through to the bottom. We're going to hit next. We're going to agree to all our terms. Voila, I'm done. It's that simple, y'all. So we're going to get an email from the college that we applied to. In this case, Houston Community College is going to send me an email. They're going to say, thank you. You know, these are the things you have to do to send to us, right? And so some community colleges are going to want that high school transcript. Some won't ask you for them. And this is where we're going to go back in here to our steps, all right? So now that we have applied, that email that we're going to get, maybe we'll get multiple, but it's going to give us some steps within that email about what to do, how to come to the campus and take the TSI if your child hasn't already taken it. And sometimes some high schools, they're giving kids the opportunity to take the TSI at school. So maybe your kid already took it and passed it, so they don't need to do it again. But if they haven't, it's not a big deal. You will get instructions, right? And so in that instructions email, it's going to tell you the steps that you will follow to go with to finish the testing and whatever the requirements they have. And then if you need to meet with an advisor, some of the schools are asking for a transcript from the previous school, right? So remember that we didn't put on there that they were just homeschool. We added the previous school. If you did that, they're going to want to see that transcript. And so you will have to go over to the school or send an email to the registrar. Most schools are charging a nominal fee for that, $3 or $5. So you may have to go over there and pay for the transcript to be sent over to the community college. It's a really quick process. They send it electronically. And so then we're done, right? We're going to, at some point in these steps that you're going to get from the college, you are going to be directed to go and meet with an advisor. And you're going to go over to the college, you stand in line, you give them your name, you're going to sit down and meet with an advisor. You're taking with them this planning sheet. You're taking with you a printout of these are the classes that we're taking, and this is how we're mapping them to our homeschool requirements, and this is kind of the order that we're going to take it. And they're going to walk you through, that advisor is going to walk you through the enrollment process. Typically they'll do it for you. Some colleges are letting you every semester go online and do your enrollment yourself. Some are not. It's different depending on the college, right? This is where I can't get into real specifics. Um, so you're going to ask the questions that you need to be able to finish these steps to the advisor that's there. Okay. And you're going to pay close attention after you enroll and you get started. You're going to pay close attention to the dates when when the course schedule comes out for the upcoming semester. So say the course schedule for the summer is coming out in March, and you already know the classes that they need to take. For the summer, maybe you say we're going to take this creative arts in the summer so that you don't have a big load. Um, as soon as you find the schedule, right, go and do the enrollment process. Don't wait until the last minute, because when you wait to the last minute, the classes are full, and then you don't get the class that you wanted. So so that's it. The last thing that you're going to do is withdraw from public school. And when you have every single thing done, withdraw from public school, what you're going to do is you're going to send an email to the registrar at the high school. And you're going to say, listen, little Johnny is moving to homeschool effective XYZ date, and they will no longer be attending your school. You don't owe them any more information than that. That is what is required by law. They have it in writing from you where the new school is, and you're done. If they ask you on this thing or that thing, or maybe for meetings and come, you are not obligated in any way to do those things. If you would like to do it as a courtesy, that's your choice. But this is just like if you were to take your child from one school and put them in another. So the last thing I want to talk about before we get to our end here is the cost. So when you go and enroll in the courses, actually up here when you kind of read all the information about the college, that's when you kind of understand what the cost is per class. And remember I told you that there are some colleges that the cost is nothing. At Houston Community College, if you're living in Houston, you're not paying anything. At Lone Star College, I believe you're going to pay something. San Jacinto College, you're going to pay something. It's a reduced rate, but you're paying something. You want to understand these courses, and if the book fees are a boundary for you and an issue for you, you're going to say that to the advisor. Can we enroll in sections that don't require a textbook? Almost every one of these community colleges have a way when you go into the enrollment portal, how they're going there's a way for you to tell whether or not there is a book and how much that book costs. So if it's important for you to keep the cost down low, just have that conversation with the advisor. And there are sections that you can get into that don't cost, or the book fees are, at least maybe some of them are free, and or at least they are known. So before you enroll in these classes what your financial obligation is going to be. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this set of videos and it helps you give some confidence about this process. If you have some questions and you want to email me, my email is momfeduptx@gmail.com. You're able to shoot me an email. If you found these videos helpful and there's more things that you want to know, shoot me an email and say, hey, what topic you'd like me to cover next, whether it's a student experience or parent support, whatever it is. I really believe in this way of education. Like this move revolutionized my child's life.